Welcome into another episode of Three's a Crowd. I'm Preston Vargas alongside Eli Atwood. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to the channel. We have a goal to hit 100 subs by the end of the month, and we're at 96 now. I think we should be good to get to 100 pretty soon, hopefully. Anyway, link is in the description for our bracket challenge. Brackets are starting on Sunday. Can't wait for that. How about you, Eli?
Yeah, for sure. One of the best times of the year, March Madness. Gotta love it.
Oh yeah. Before we get into some college basketball, we'll start with NFL free agency. Kyler Murray has agreed to sign with the Minnesota Vikings on a one-year deal. How does this impact JJ McCarthy's status?
Yeah, I don't think it really changes too much for him. This is not a surprising move for me. It's kind of what I expected the Vikings to do, go for someone else here in free agency. I think McCarthy is definitely going to be taking the bench here.
I don't think McCarthy is going to take the bench. I think they're both pretty even quarterbacks, in my opinion. Murray, he's done okay in the league, but not really blown people away. And I'm not on all this JJ McCarthy has to be bench kind of thing. I think they'll both compete for the starting job, that's for sure. But JJ McCarthy showed some flashes last year, but his bads were very bad. If he could, if JJ McCarthy can compete well, I think he'll be an okay starting quarterback in the league.
I mean, they might give him the option to compete, but he's not beating Kyler Murray in a quarterback competition. I mean, the main thing, his only real chance is if Kyler Murray gets hurt. I think that's the
And Kyler Murray is injury prone, but so is JJ McCarthy. I mean, he's been, I think he's been in and out of the lineup a lot of times.
yeah, for sure.
With Carson Wentz starting those 5 games, then him getting hurt, Max Prosper stepping in. And like I said, with JJ McCarthy, he's beaten the Lions on the road, beat the Bears on the road. But outside of that, I don't know about him, to be honest. But Kyler Murray doesn't give me much confidence either.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not the most confident, but at the same time, Kyler Murray's been good in the league. Jason McCarthy has never been good in the league.
But even with Kyler Murray, he was getting healthy toward the end of the season. They still went with Jacoby Brissett to start over him.
Yeah, but I think that was more of a character issue than it was a skill, let's say.
And that's the point with character issues. I mean, even though Kyler Murray grew up rooting for the Vikings, how well is he going to do with them? I keep hearing some pundits say they're Super Bowl contenders. I think that's a very high,
I don't know
in
about
my
that,
opinion.
but yeah, but I definitely think he's going to be better than their current quarterback. So
So where would you put the Vikings to finish in the NFC North next year?
it's hard to say, but maybe I'll put him at three.
I'm kind of debating whether for 3 or 4 behind Detroit because I mean even though Detroit is probably going to get healthier next year, I don't have confidence in their offensive coordinator Petzing. I think he's a big downgrade to John Morton in my opinion, but I would say it's going to be separated by a game between Minnesota and Detroit. I think as of now, I think I'd give Minnesota the slight edge to finish fourth.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yes, we'll definitely see.
And then going on, Ravens cancel the Max Crosby trade due to a physical. Sign
Mm,
Trey Hendrickson. Crosby's staying in Las Vegas.
yeah.
What's your thoughts on that, Preston?
I mean, if they don't think he's worth to give up 2 first round picks with the physical, then I think it's a good move for the Ravens to not do that. I think Trey Hendrickson brings you some value in terms of that position, but I think eventually Max Crosby is going to get traded, whether it's in the summer or during the draft.
Yeah, I'd say that's for sure possible. We'll see. But for now, he's staying.
But where do you think Crosby should go?
I mean, there's plenty of teams I'm sure who would take him for the right price, just that the Raiders are willing to do it. So we'll see.
I'm definitely I think Philadelphia is a contender. The Bears could possibly be if for the right price. I don't think we'll give up two first round picks for him.
Yeah, I think the only way the Bears can make it happen is if we're able to dump some salary back to the Raiders.
But who would we
Oda Yingbo, Grady Jarrett, I mean, we got salary we can dump for sure.
I mean that's for sure. I mean we did lose DJ Moore in that trade to Buffalo. That would have been a good trade piece in there. I think if we get maybe a second round pick, Grady Jarrett, something like that, could probably work to possibly get
Yeah,
the biggest compensation back.
yeah, I just don't think it's going to work at this time, but we'll see.
I will definitely see. And then going into some Bears free agency news, what do you think of the moves so far on a scale of 1 to 10?
I mean, I think they've been fine. Not too bad about them. Definitely been improving our speed.
Hmm.
So it's one thing. We'll have to see how it works out for us. Maybe 1 through 10, I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It has been the flashiest free agency for us, like it has been the past few years, but we let some guys go like Kevin Byard, Jaquan Brisker, which if we wanted to give them a multi-year deal, then I don't think we could have. And they ended up getting 1 year deals anyway for where they went to.
Yeah, I mean, apparently Byard had the same offer from the Bears and the Patriots, just chose the Patriots with because of his relationship with Vrabel.
Yeah.
So can't really be too mad about that. Don't want to overpay for a player.
And then Brisker going to Pittsburgh. I mean, he was good at just injury concerns for him throughout.
Yeah, exactly. I think the injury concerns are big there. And one thing that is interesting is with Kobe Bryant, you do kind of leave open the option to get either a strong or a free safety here in the draft or later in free agency because Bryant's more of a hybrid. He can kind of do a little bit of both. So
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I think this draft will definitely address the defense. That's for sure. I mean, we need to shore up our pass rush, depending on if we get Max Crosby or not. But I don't think we are getting him. Trey Hendrickson might have been a good move to try to make, but I think we could easily find replacements in the draft. That's for sure.
yeah.
And then going on, SGA passes Wilt Chamberlain with 127 consecutive 20-point games in a win over the Boston Celtics 104 to 102. I had Is SGA going to win back-to-back MVPs? Are the Thunder going to win back-to-back championships at this point?
It's possible, but there's some other contenders this year as well. So we'll have to see. I mean, I'm not sure. Is he favored currently? I think so, right?
Yeah, I think last I saw he was minus 800 to repeat as MVP.
Gotcha. Yeah. I remember at one point there were some concerns that he might be ineligible due to injury,
I think
but I
this
don't think
is like
that.
a few more games, but I think he's good now.
Yeah.
Looking at looking at awards, we have SJ at minus 800, then Jokic and Wembanyama minus at plus 1500. We'll see whether they make the jump, but I don't see Jokic making that jump with the Nuggets record right now. They're starting to teeter a bit.
Yeah. I think it's probably going to be Shea again.
That's for
See.
sure. But in terms of excuse me, in terms of title contenders, I would say uh it's OKC, then Boston, then San Antonio and Denver in terms of DraftKings odds to win the title. And I think with the way the Suns have been playing with Jason Tatum, I think they're probably going to win the East.
Yeah, exactly. They've been playing well. See if they keep it up.
But going back to the SJ passing Wilt, how long do you think he could keep this 20 game streak going?
We'll have to see. I mean, it's kind of just a matter of when, not necessarily if. So it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
come sooner or later. He's had a couple of close calls with 20 point on the dot. So
Because right now, let me see who the Thunder play next. Because they played Denver on Monday, then Boston. You got Minnesota on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. We'll see what they do. And then they play the Magic on Tuesday. I may go to that game if the tickets are cheap enough. So I saw they were like
yeah,
$50.
not too bad. Yeah, be doable.
They got games against the Nets, Wizards, Sixers. Pretty much a cupcake schedule in that category.
Yeah, yeah, I would say so.
Before you play Boston again on the 25th, which is not televised, nationally televised, which is surprising. I'm sure ESPN or whoever has games on that day may flex that game in. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it could go either way,
Oh yeah,
depending
for
on
sure.
what other games they got going on at the same time.
So let me see before we move on which other games. Well, it looks like they're scheduled to do the Hawks Pistons game. I think
Hmm.
you could probably flex that game into the early slot there. I,
Yeah, I'd say so.
I do wants to watch the Hawks play the Pistons.
Not me.
Although the Hawks are starting to get hot right now. Surprisingly, the East playing teams are hot right now. In fact, the Hawks have won 8 straight games, if you can believe it.
Oh, yeah, that's more than I thought.
In Philadelphia, they're 5-5 their uh last 10 games. They've fallen all the way to the 9 seed. They were the 5 seed just a few weeks ago, or I think a couple weeks ago, as a matter of fact. But them, the Raptors, I think the Raptors they lost 2 straight games, 4-6 last 10.
Yeah,
And the Magic are starting to strike the iron while it's hot. That's for sure.
yeah, for sure. Magic are hot when they need it the most.
Oh yeah.
Right. Continuing on, Bam Adebayo, 83 points in a game.
Yes.
Not the player I expected to break that record.
I mean, no, not really. But they were playing Washington on Tuesday night. I mean, a historic day for sure. I mean, they even cut away from the the Celtics Spurs game on NBC to show it live. I mean, that's a very historic moment for the NBA. I mean, passing Kobe's 81 point game, I never thought I would see that in my lifetime. And the way
Yeah, I mean, definitely didn't expect to see it from Bam Adebayo of all people.
apparently I saw a stat where apparently he's dating Asia Wilson,
Oh,
and
really?
it's I think it's the first time ever a couple has had the highest active scoring streak in the NBA and
Oh,
the
yeah.
WNBA. So I think Asia Wilson had a 53-point game once. That's the record there.
53 point WNBA record.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, it is interesting,
But the way Bam Adebayo's done it has been controversial in a way. I mean,
Yeah, it was not ethical necessarily.
he made 36 free throws
36 free throws, stayed in the game up 30. I mean,
when the rest of the starters were leaving the game.
yeah,
And then
only giving the ball to Bam, like they were very clearly just trying to break that record.
he had 60, I think he had 60 up until the fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken. But
60?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then looking at his 3-point percentage, he went 7 for 22. So if he would have made a few more 3-pointers, he could have had a 90-point game.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
even
crazy.
maybe even rivaled Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point record.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna be, we'll see if it ever gets broken, the alleged 100 point record of debate.
I mean, I think if anyone could do it, it would be Victor Wembanyama. The way he shoots the three and the way he gets to the rim, I could easily see that.
Yeah, Wembanyama, he does it all, man.
If he plays a bad team like the Sacramento Kings or any team that you could gain an advantage on, I think for sure he could break that record.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely fears down the line if he even gets better.
And that's the thing. He's only 21 years old.
Yeah.
Ceiling's high. If he can stay healthy, that's the key.
Yeah, sure. I think that's the number one concern with Wembanyama with his frame and everything. It's injury risk.
In my opinion, I think if he puts on more muscle and gets better, I think he'll eventually be the greatest player of all time when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Because with the foundation that he has there, you got a good deal with Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox, even though he's a little older. But I think Wembanyama can definitely go down as one of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah, for sure. The Spurs are back into dynasty.
Oh yeah, in a post-Popovich era.
Yeah. Well, moving on, we've got March Madness, like we talked about, bubble coming up. First four in, first four out. What are we thinking?
See, I think right now for Joe Lunardi's bracketology, it was a shock that Miami of Ohio lost in the first round of the tournament, but they're still in as of now. But right now, let me pull this up. So right now, wait, okay, so on the bubble, last four buys: NC State, Santa Clara, UCF, and Miami of Ohio. So I want to say NC State lost earlier today, or I'm not too sure, but Miami of Ohio did lose. Then right now in the bubble, you have last four in: VCU, Missouri, SMU, and Texas. First four out: uh, Oklahoma, Auburn, Indiana, New Mexico. So that's going to be key to see. I think Auburn lost yesterday, blowing a big lead to Tennessee. So unfortunately, I think they're going to be out. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely it's going to be a bit of a tough call, as it always is. It was first four out, last four in.
The SEC is the most interesting conference to me because you have right now tonight, you'll have Oklahoma taking on Arkansas in the quarterfinals. Now, Oklahoma, excuse me, they beat Texas A&M in the last round, getting to play Darius Acuff in Arkansas. I think if they win that game, they'll definitely leapfrog over Texas. And then SMU, they had a close loss. They're right there on the ball. They just gotta hope. What they have to do is hope that no team from a major conference that's outside the bubble wins their conference tournament. That's gonna be key.
Yeah, for sure.
Right now we have the SEC with 10 bids, which I don't know how they got that. But let me look at some other bracketology predictions. Okay, this was updated this morning. So CBS has theirs with Texas, Santa Clara, Missouri, and VCU. And then you had Auburn, Cal, Indiana is on the bubble as well. This one has SMU outside on the outside looking in. So it'll be interesting. I didn't realize Auburn's quad one record 14 or 4-13. So we'll see what happens there. Let me check to see where Miami, Ohio is. I don't think they have a quad one win, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
But I think eventually Miami of Ohio will get in. If the brackets were to come out today, I think UCF will be fine. We have an 87% chance to make it in. I knew we had to beat Cincinnati the that game. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think with that win, we're fine. But if we lost, it would be borderline.
Oh yeah, we'd be right there on the bubble. But we'll see. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting for selection Sunday. We'll be streaming that live Sunday, 6 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget to tune in.
So,
And then we'll go into our other headlines. We talked about this in the pregame. The Big 12 will swap out their glass court for the going back to the old-fashioned hardwood. Is that a good decision for the Big 12?
yeah, I think it's a good move. If people are complaining, might as well just go back to the traditional hardwood floor.
Oh yeah, I think there were some players saying they had migraine issues because of the way the floor lights up, but I'm glad they're going back to the old-fashioned hardwood. And then Houston outlast BYU in the Big 12 quarterfinals. Is Houston the favorite to win it all?
Yeah, Houston, they're definitely one of the better teams. We'll see how it goes.
And then nearly a shocker in Charlotte. The Duke Blue Devils nearly upset by Florida State, winning 80 to 79. Are you worried about Duke in terms of getting a number one seed?
I don't think so. I think they'll get the number one seed, no issue.
Then their Tobacco Road rival, UNC, falling to Clemson. I think I think UNC will be fine, but what seed do you think they'll be?
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing, their seed may drop quite a bit.
That's for sure. Then Luka Doncic scores 51 for the Lakers as they beat the Chicago Bulls. Luka averaging, I think, 33 points a game. Can the Lakers make a run this year?
Yeah, the Lakers definitely have some pieces if they can just kind of iron out how it all works together. This has been the issue since the Luka trade, but definitely not a bad team.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. I'm not sure if LeBron was playing in the last game. I'll have to double check that. But Jalen Brown calls out the foul baiting trend, of course, with SGA breaking the record. Does he have a point?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is a point. There's a lot of foul baiting that goes on, and Jalen Brown, he's pretty ethical, so can't get too mad about him calling it out.
I mean, in my opinion, foul baiting is such an overrated term. I mean, Paolo Banchero gets to the line a lot, but he draws fouls. That's the key with the NBA. If you get into the paint, that's how you draw fouls.
Well, there's drawing fouls, and there's foul baiting. I'd say they're two different things. There's guys who go in with no intention of even making a shot.
But the thing is, they a few years ago they put in a something where they had you get a technical foul if you flop.
Yeah, but that doesn't really apply to that's not really how that works. I mean, you could not flop and not it's still not a good shot necessarily.
But how do you really police foul baiting?
Oh,
That's
there's nothing you can do. Yeah, they just gotta either loosen the rules or deal with it.
if you go back to the old days, no blood, no foul.
Yeah.
And then moving on to hockey, the Chicago Blackhawks and Ottawa Senators, they announced that they will be playing two games in Germany next season. Is it good to grow the game over there in Germany?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a trend with the leagues expanding overseas. I think it's a good thing.
I know they've had games in Finland, Czech Republic, and Sweden the past few years, so it's good to expand over to Germany now. With I think Dreisaitl's from there, big Edmonton Oilers star. I think center star Tim Stützle, if I'm pronouncing that name correct, is from Germany as well. And then going to the USA star and Maple Leaf star Austin Matthews, he was injured last night on a dirty hit to the Anaheim against the Anaheim Ducks. I I didn't really see what happened, but how big of a loss would this be for the Maple Leafs?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big loss anytime you lose a player. Definitely, hopefully he can come back before end of the season.
Hopefully, I think this is a terrible time to lose them. They have they're 11 points back from getting into the playoffs, and you lose your best player. I don't think it looks good for them.
Yeah.
And then we go on to who we're watching for this week. We'll start with you. What are you watching for, Eli?
I'm watching to see the Magic take on the Heat this Saturday. Rivalry. Bam Adebayo just had his big game. There's a lot going into this. Magic on a win streak. Heat getting hot. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, that's a good game. I mean, Magic have won six straight, Heat have won seven straight. So something's
Hmm.
got to give there. Hopefully the Magic can take it on the road in Miami. Right now they don't have the spread released yet, but we'll see what it is tomorrow. But for me, I'm watching Selection Sunday. Where will UCF play if they even get into the tournament at all? That's going to be key. And
Hopefully in Tampa. That would help us out quite a bit.
hopefully, actually, let me look at bracketology because they usually say where we play. I know ESPN does. Let me get that real quick because we are one of the last four buys. Uh, we'd play Miami and Philadelphia as a 10 seed,
Hmm.
so guess we'll go to Philly.
Yeah, heading to Philly.
Oh yeah. Anyways, that's gonna do it for us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back for another episode on Monday. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great evening, and we'll see you again next time.